Yeah. Hey, Chuck Cassidy here. You know, there comes a time in every person's life when the call of the open road can't be ignored. And when that happens, I personally like to buy a 40-year-old RV, spend about a week fixing it up, and just blast out west to hang out with my best friends in the desert. Join me on this week's tour. I think you'll get a kick out of it. It's the shack I call home when I'm not building buses. My 1984 18-foot all fiberglass Toyota Sunrader. Let's take a walk around the outside, work to the inside. I think by the end of this, you'll be as in love with her as I am. Come check us out. You know, one of the best parts about this truck is the Toyota part. It's built on a 1984 Toyota 1-ton full floating rear end Hilux chassis. It's got the legendary 22R all mechanical 4-cylinder engine, putting out I think 107 horsepower, made it to a 5-speed gearbox. She came with 4, but last winter I got her the 5th gear as a little 1-year anniversary present. Let's just call it a few things that we're looking at in here. There's not much to see. You got your engine, and you can see the road through the bottom. It's pretty nice. What am I talking about? I don't even know. Come on, I gotta show you what I did. So there's not a whole lot of storage on these units, and with the help of Ty Holter, fabricator at my shop, we extended the bumpers out, and then we added this tow hitch, not for towing, you can't tow with this, but for a little bike rack or something. And then we went ahead and added this multi-purpose, multi-function exterior storage unit with a drinking and cooking service on top, and then it drops down all the tools you need for traveling safely in a 40-year-old rig. It's made of aluminum, it's all powder coated black with a desert coating of fine silt. Give me a mom zoom. You know, I'd rather be nowhere. It's beautiful out here. One big advantage over a school bus are the creature comforts afforded by this 1984 Toyota pickup, including but not limited to tilt steering wheel, seats. It's got the wipers, the intermittent kind, left and right turnies, hazards, and who could forget a horn? No, I'm just kidding. It really is nice in here, and don't let my cramped positioning fool you. I've got all the room I need in here. I'm 6'1", and I can fit about 6 feet of me in here comfortably. So we're doing fine. I mean, does it get any better? Vehicle as pretty as this, I could sit around and yammer on about the aesthetics all day, but why don't we go inside and I'll show you what really makes the Toyota Sunrader so magical. Whiskey, cute plants. That's great. Okay, welcome to the magical kingdom that is the Toyota Sunrader, made by Monterey Leisure. Come on in. This 1984 Toyota Sunrader 18-footer features the most sought-after floor plan, and that is the rear dinette. And I think it's pretty obvious why it's so special. We've got 270-degree views of the Arizonan desert right now. When I picked up this rig, she was all original and had been really well taken care of, but there was some rot happening in the bench of this rear dinette. So I went ahead and took some libertés and rebuilt it. I picked up this bougie Lagoon table mount. I don't know, is it good? We'll see. Added that on and made the rest out of Baltic birch plywood. And while I was at it, you know me, I couldn't resist it. I redid all the systems. We got 25 gallons of fresh water, brand new direct spark ignition, propane water heater, and I had to do a little solar setup. We got 300 amp hours, 300 watts of flexible panels, 1200 watt inverter, and 30 amp of DC to DC charging. And that's running our Magic Chef massive fridge. We got a great little Suburban propane furnace. What's not to love there? And I went ahead and just slapped in a new stove. No big deal. This is the one that everybody has, so I've got one too. That's nothing new, you know? We've been doing flip ups since the, you know, kids. Look at all the storage. I got uppers and I got unders, you know, right here. Look at this. Look at this. It goes and goes. Cool sage holder. It's a big sage. Why don't you just come in and take a seat? Just come in here and take a seat. What's a guy like Chuck Cassidy who could build anything in the world doing hanging out in a ratty old RV? And I'll tell you why I'm hanging out in this ratty old RV. There is a magic that happens when something has been on the road for 40 years. This thing could tell some stories, and every time you spend the night in here, it tells you one. It really does. While you're sleeping, it whispers it to you. I've heard it. And it's that soul and the fact that, you know, they don't make them like they used to. They certainly don't make them like this anymore. I mean, look at the clock. Why is there quotes? I don't know. Monterey Leisure. So when I get in here, I'm going to Monterey Leisure Town, and it's a great place to be. It's just magic. You've got the cab over in the front. There's a full-size wet bath here. We've got a pantry. Look at this. Look at, that's a closet. Party shirt, that's for later tonight. In here, check out this cordless composting toilet setup I've got. It's pretty special. That's a Milwaukee Nature's Head crossover. And the bed's up here. You know, they don't make them like they used to, and some people would say that's a good thing, but I'm gonna disagree, because look, if you're traveling with a cat, we've got a built-in cat toy. PVC wrapped in custom carpet. This beautiful floral print that I feel really just adds a lot of personality to the space. And if you're like me, you ever try building something and you gotta trim it out, how about using shag carpet instead, you know? Everyone knows cutting these wall panels to fit the ceiling is a real pain. So next time you find yourself in a bind, just pack a little shag in there. I wouldn't deduct any points if it were me. It fits in any parking spot. It's 17.5 feet long. And the best part is when I bought it, I slept in it that night. If you want to get on the road, give yourself the experience, the misery, the pleasure, and the delight of buying an old RV and just spending a night in the darn thing. So you guys want to hang out? What are you doing later? Do you want to come over? Came with a feather. You know what? The most important thing is in all of this, we're out here making these rigs to get on the road. And if what it takes is just getting in something that's easy for you, maybe not the fanciest, but gets the job done, then you should do that. We could sit around, try and do things perfect all the time, and perfection is the enemy of progress. And we're trying to get places, my friends. My name's Chuck Cassidy. Thanks for tuning in this week for a very special treat, something I really love, a side of me I haven't shared. Stick around, we'll see you there.